Welcome to the channel, everybody. So today we are going to be continuing our pursuit of Paragon, and we are going to be pursuing that through Act 7.1.4. Now, the path that I am choosing here, the path nodes are Brute Force, which if you go longer than 6 seconds without landing a hit, you'll start taking degen damage. So just make sure you're consistently landing hits on the opponent, and that's nothing to worry about. And the other one is Colorblind, where you will actually take penalties for having champions of the same class on your team. So the best thing to do is go with a diverse team of your best champions, and this one isn't too hard to walk through. The other nice thing about this one is every champion along this path actually has a node on them that you gain a benefit for having class advantage against them in addition to your class advantage benefits. So again, this one can be a very straightforward, quick, easy one to go through. We are going to be looking at Hela for the boss on this path. We'll talk about her a little bit more once we get through looking at the path and who's on it. So right away here, you'll notice that, like I said, I brought in a diverse team, brought in 5 different classes. First off, you're going to have Gladiator Hulk here, then Storm Pyramid X, Nick Fury, Thor Jane Foster, Sentinel, and the Champion. I will just kind of brag a little bit. If you're really wanting to look at a good fight, check out the Thor or Jane Foster fight. The Hulk, yeah, walk straight through her. Finally, you're going to go over here to Hela. Now, on the Hela fight, there are a few things to keep in mind. First off, she has Rust and Rain. Every time you hit her, she has a chance to inflict an armor break upon you. If you get 5 stacks of armor breaks on, you get a permanent armor break. So if you get 3 or more stacks on you, back off, let the timer run out before you go in there and hit on her more, or else you're going to start whittling away your own protections. Secondly, she has Lazarus. Now, with the Lazarus, she gets an extra additional boost to the fact that she is normally hard to take down because she has that immortality at that last moment when she gets down to 1% health that you just have to outlast. But with the Lazarus, what she gets is 5 charges that any time that she is about to die, she will turn around and regen 25% of her health. Now, you can remove these charges before getting there by getting combos of 20 or higher. Now, if you lose your combo at any point in time, you will actually add another charge back to her. So if you're up to 40, take 2 off, add 1 back if you lose your combo. Now, this is an opportunity to bring in somebody like a Star-Lord or a Aegon, who, if you can get high hit combos with, you're going to walk through her anyways. That's a great opportunity there. Take advantage of something like that. But at the same time, you could also do what I do here and use Tigra and shut down a lot of her other benefits and stuff. Get through the fight and just whittle away those 5 charges at the end and watch her die without even hardly touching her once those expire. Nextly, she has both of you are going to get heavies that do 500% more attack. Now that is big, especially like I said, if you're using someone like Tigra, who you're heavy into the heavies anyways. So again, you can easily beat on her quite well. Dexting will also guarantee you a Fury, and there is enhanced Furies on this. Now let's go ahead and get into the path, take a look at how these fights went for me. Some went great, like I said, that Thor Jane Foster fight, and some didn't go nearly as well. But we'll go ahead and take a look at it, see how we got through it, and I'll give you guys an idea on what it went like for me so you guys can do that or better. Okay, right up off the bat here is Gladiator Hulk. Like I said, we do get an advantage for bringing in Nick Fury with that class advantage. A great thing about Nick Fury, you stack anything above that second bleed and you're just going to watch champions whittle away. So that's primarily what we went for here. Obviously, we've got Valkyrie in there as our relic, so she is always helpful on getting those Fury charges going. Again, watched him bleed out and we were done. Now, we did not bring in class advantage for this one. We should have brought in a tech champion over Hercules, but of course, who leaves Hercules at home? So we ended up trying to bring Hercules in to do the Storm Pyramid X fight here. And it does go okay, but obviously, as you guys can see, she did a lot more damage to me than I did to her to start with. And that left us in a vulnerable position trying to get the last of that damage off, and she finished us off. So we turned around and brought Hulk in here, figuring, hey, Hulk smash. And, well, he kinda. Honestly, we ended up resulting going over to Iceman to finish her off because of the fact that we pushed her to the special 3 and she finished us. So Iceman with the resistance there going in against her and finishing her off. That was so quick we barely even saw it. Then we turned around and brought him in for the Nick Fury fight. Obviously, again, class advantage. Iceman is an amazing mutant, especially since his rework. Always thought he was great even before that. Definitely a top tier champion. There are some great mutants you could have also brought in for this fight that would have done just as well. But anybody that's going to be able to stack to Nick Fury so you can eat through that LMD faster and get on to the real Nick Fury, and avoid him long enough to go ahead and watch again him get down to that 30% so that you can finally finish the fight. That's important. So Iceman is great for it. He does have the cold snap, and that benefits you quite a bit. Somebody else that would be absolutely great for this fight would be somebody like Archangel, who you could stack on those bleeds and poisons. Now, obviously, Nick Fury does have the purify ability on there, so you do have to kind of watch that. We about got him down on that second go and ended up having to, again, come in just for that teaser finish. Now, this is that Hulk fight that I was talking about. We did not bring him up to full health, but we do get the ultimate scenario here. I've talked about it before. If you get up to that special 1, go about 3/4 of the way to your special 2, and then trigger that special 1, put on the stun. Right before the stun goes off, special 1 again. Keep doing that, and if it comes down to it, tap in the relic to get that stun. You can just stun somebody in the corner nonstop. Have those flashbacks of the days of console gaming where you trapped your friends in the corner and they whined about it for hours. And then we went over there for the Sentinel fight. Obviously, Hercules was more than equipped to take down Sentinel with the class advantage. And then we had to come over here to the champion fight. Now, the champion is one of those ones that it's a mixed bag. I'm still a little salty with him. He definitely did some work on us in Act 6. But at the same time, for the most part, we take this fairly straightforward until we accidentally pushed him over to the SP3, which was a bad move. We knew better than to not bait out that SP2 or the SP1. So that we could have survived this, which meant we had to go ahead and revive Tigra up and bring her back in. Now, we did heal her all the way back up, knowing that I was going to have her play a big part in the Hela fight. So that gave us a little bit extra to work with here going in to finish off the champion. And he still puts a little work on us, but finished him off without a problem. Now, I do switch out Iceman for Loki there. Now, the reason for that is keeping in mind that I know that immortality at the end with Hela can be a big factor. And I wanted to make sure that I had somebody that I could steal the immortality if I got her down to 1% and just couldn't finish her off. Now, that ends up not being a factor whatsoever here, but it is a classic way to take care of her. It may not have worked as easily in this fight because of the Lazarus, but at the same time, it was still a strategy that's worked against Hela countless times before, so I wanted to keep it in my back pocket in case we needed to use it. You can see here we've got most of those charges off of her at this point. We aren't getting the combos to get them off, so we are naturally burning them off of her, and you'll watch her just continuously heal up over and over until eventually she just drops because she runs out of charges. If we would have gotten the combo, especially like I said, I think an Aegon or a Star-Lord are a lot easier to consistently get the combos, especially if you put the two of them together so you got that combo shield. And if you have that in place, you can burn those off a little faster so that you can not have to worry about how those last 5, her healing up, taking her back down, heal up, take her back down. It's a pain, but it can be done. You guys watched it. That was a very quick, simple playthrough on that one. As a matter of fact, this is one of our shorter ones, and we are just continuing to improve, and I expect so will you by this point. I know so many of you out there have the skills to do this. Just keep pushing forward, and I will see you back for the next one. We'll have a crystal opening on Monday, a live stream on Sunday. Peace out.